President Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin will meet in Alaska on Friday to talk about the war in Ukraine. It's the first time since 2015 that Putin has met with the U.S. president on American soil. The White House is weighing inviting Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky to the talks, but has not extended a formal invitation yet. So I want to bring in Nina Khrushcheva for more on the upcoming meeting on Friday. She's a professor of international affairs at the New School. Nina, thank you for being with us. Is the president meeting with Vladimir Putin in person a sign of progress towards peace, even if Zelensky isn't at the table?
Well, it is. I mean, the two presidents are meeting, the Russian president, American president. Trump thinks he's a great kind of expert on making deals. He thinks he can, and he actually just said in his press conference just now that he thinks he can convince Putin. He's not going to mess around. He's going to tell Putin what to do. So yes, I mean, I think it is every meeting, every type of negotiation at this point, I think one way or another brings sides closer to peace, even if Ukraine was not invited to this, but it wouldn't really not be useful in any way to have Vladimir Zelensky at this meeting at this point.
So what are the major sticking points here between the sides completing a deal for peace? What does Ukraine want? What does Russia want?
Well, Russia wants Ukraine never in NATO. And Russia wants the territories that it's illegally declared its own, but now it says now it's ours. So it wants Vladimir Zelensky to sign off those territories. And it seems to me that they may agree to get out of some other parts of Ukraine that they were also ready to occupy, or they were been able to occupy. But this is a very tiny bit. So Ukraine, if Vladimir Zelensky does agree to this, Russia actually does take quite a big chunk of Ukraine. It'd probably be over 20% of current Ukraine. So that's a point. But it seems to me that Donald Trump, and he said it once again in his presser, that he wants to try to get some Ukrainian territories back from Putin because it's some very important land. And the important land, I assume he means those rare earth deal that he and Vladimir Zelensky signed earlier this year, and that seems to be potentially a conversation. But we don't know. They really keep it very close to their chest. Trump said we'll have good economic development. Vladimir Zelensky says we're not trading territories. So we have there is a lot of speculation of what's going to be brought up there, but we have very little information what exactly going to happen, except for Trump saying there would be some land exchange on both sides and both sides will not be happy.
Yeah, because Zelensky has said that's a hard line. He doesn't want to give away any territory to Russia.
Well, he doesn't, but it doesn't seem that at this point he has too much choice because he's been pushed into this agreement. Well, not agreement. There's no agreement yet, but into this process. And Trump did say that because Zelensky said, well, we need to rewrite a constitution because we cannot give away our territories. And Trump was sort of angrily once again, because Trump does seem to blow hot and cold either at Putin or Zelensky. So Trump said, well, he didn't have to, when the war began and people got killed, he didn't have to sort of rewrite the constitution, but now he does. He would have to sign some deals. So yes, Zelensky is not happy, but I would not jump the gun yet. I mean, I don't believe that Putin is going to be very kind of understanding and very amenable to Trump's charms, but potentially he may actually agree to something. So I wouldn't jump the gun and say that this Friday meeting is going to result in anything positive, because something may come out of it. And Vladimir Zelensky may have to have continuous conversation in where more deals can be made now with him.
Nina Khrushcheva, thank you so much for that insight. Always nice to see you.